Alright, in today's class we are going to cover dictionaries in Python, and this is a very interesting data structure that you should know. The reason is because it works the same way like dictionary you use in English. Like a dictionary have two things, each entry have two items, the word and the meaning. So in Python too, a dictionary is a data structure that has each entry has two items called a key and a value. And that is why we say a dictionary stores key value pairs. Unlike other data structures that store only one item, dictionary stores two items per entry. So let's get into it right now and see how it works. I'd also like to remind you to subscribe to my channel. If you've not subscribed, click on the subscribe button below this video now, the red button to subscribe. And this way you kind of encourage me to make more videos, and also you get notified when I make new lessons so you don't miss out anything. Alright, so let's really get started. This is my website, www.kindtondegenius.com/python. Go there and you can find exactly this tutorial as well as this video. Alright, so how does dictionaries work in Python? Dictionaries work in Python by having a list of items enclosed in curly braces. So I'm just going to put here so that you bear it in mind. Curly braces for dictionary. Remember that lists is for square braces, so keep in mind this is for list, and then this is for tuples. I think we've covered this in previous tutorials. So let's create a dictionary of that holds student data. So let's say I'll just scroll down so that you know that I have this tutorial is there for you in case if you miss out a thing. So let's create a dictionary now. Let's call it student. And you can appreciate that dictionary is a good way to store a list of data for a particular person. So you can say name, and you now separate the key and the value with a colon. So let's say, alright, so now you put a comma before you enter another item. So you can say location, let's say Ohio. Let's take the next, oh sorry, I'm going to undo, so okay, fine. So I'm going to say score. The reason I'm doing this is so that you know that other items, other data types can be contained in a dictionary. So let's just put this one, grade, let's call it A. Okay. So we've created a dictionary called student. Okay. So one thing you can do about this dictionary is to print it out exactly the way it is. So to print it out, you can simply say print and you can say student. This is going to print out this dictionary exactly the way it is. So I'm going to right click and then run it. You can see it prints out name, Emily William, location, Ohio, and so on all the way to the end. So this is how to create and print a dictionary. But there are some things you might also want to know about the dictionary. You may want to access elements in a dictionary. In that case, I'm going to create another dictionary. This time I'm going to copy a dictionary from my website called Day of Week. Instead of typing it out, I'm simply going to copy it and paste here. So I call this dictionary Day of Week. So shift this one downwards. Alright. So what we are doing here is that we are representing the days of the week, the name of the days with numbers. So 1 for Monday, 2 for Tuesday, 3 for Wednesday, and so on. So if I want to access a particular day of week, let's say I want to access and find the name of this day using the number, I can simply use the same way we normally access items in a list using the index. But in this case, you're going to use the key. Instead of using the index, we are going to use a key. So when we're talking about the dictionary, we are talking about keys instead of index. So if we print out day of week, and let's say 3, we expect that it's going to print out Wednesday. So permit me to shift this a little so I can use this run button here. So you can see it prints out Wednesday because I said day of week 3. Remember, in a list you could say day of week 3 as well, if 3 is the index of the item you want to print out. Alright, so this is about how to access elements in, items in a list. Also, I could say I could access elements in the previous list, like in this case we have the keys strings, just like the item, so we have strings as the keys. So that is good thing about dictionary. You don't have just to use integers for the keys, you can also use strings. But one thing holds for dictionary, the keys must be unique. So basically you can't say, come down here and say name and assign name again a second time. So in this case it actually does not work, because it tells you dictionary contains duplicate key. Is not going to work. So the keys in a dictionary must be unique. So let's scroll down to see how further. Okay, now we can add new item, we can update, and we can delete an item in a dictionary. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a new item to, maybe we can just work with the student data we have. Let's add a new item to this. Maybe let's add something like city. So we can just say student city, and you assign it equal to. Okay, so if I run this and print out the student data again, it's now going to include the city. So let's scroll this way. You can see that city is now included. Now to update an item, let's say I want to update this name and change this surname to something else. So you can say student name and just assign it to the new item. So Emily Norman. So instead of using Emily William, I'm now using Emily Norman. So if I print it out, it's going to reflect the new name. And one thing you are going to know about dictionaries is that dictionaries are not immutable, they are mutable, meaning that you can change the items in a dictionary the way you want. This is different from tuples. Tuples are immutable, keep that in mind. Tuples are immutable, dictionaries are mutable. However, the keys in a dictionary are immutable and unique. Alright, let's now scroll down further to see how we can delete an item. Let's see if we can delete the maybe location from this dictionary. So you simply say, use the del student. I want to remove the location, and then at this point it's going to take out the location. So if you look at this dictionary now, it have the name, we have score, and we have grade. Okay, so let's go down. We have other things you need to know. We have CMP is a function that applies to dictionary when you are comparing two dictionary to know if the elements of the two dictionary are the same. For this compare, CMP is no longer available in Python 3, so don't try to use it. Let's use another something called the LEN. Tells us number of items in the dictionary. So if I say LEN student is going to print out how many items? 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I run it, you can see number of items. Okay, I already delete one item here, right? So that is why. So if I take out this, it's going to print out the correct number of items in the dictionary, which is 4. Dictionary can be converted to string, so you can simply say str. So I'm going to convert it to string and then print it out. So let's take out this line here. So let's see the string form of this dictionary. I'm going to print it out, and you can see it's about the same like the way it was when you print it out before now. We also have type, gives you the type of the variable passed. So if the passed variable is a dictionary, then it will return a dictionary. So this can be used in any way. So let's say we have type student. So in this way, it's simply going to print out class dict, right? Alright. We also have some methods. We have dict.clear. So have it in mind, dict.clear deletes everything in a dictionary. .copy returns another copy of a dictionary. So for instance, if I have student 2, another student is equal to date dot copy say student dot copy. So at this point I'll have a second dictionary created from the first one. So if I run it, it's going to create a second dictionary, and if I print out this second dictionary, you can see that it will be exactly the same as the first dictionary, as you can see in the printout below. Alright. Another thing is you can actually get the list of items in the dictionary. You can use dictionary.keys to return the list of keys in a dictionary. So one thing I would like to tell you is to make out time to try to use all this, to practice using this function or these methods in a dictionary to see exactly how it works. Maybe we can just try one or two of them. So let's just say date.values. So this gives us only the values. As you can see, values are Emily, William, Ohio, 89, and A. So the same, you can say dict.keys. It's going to print out only the keys in the dictionary. So basically, this is how dictionaries work. Try to make out time. I try to advise you, because the more you use this dictionary and the functions and the methods, the more you get used to them. So make out time to play around with it. So my website here, kindturnthegenius.com/Python, takes you to the Python tutorial, so you can play around with the samples I have here easily. I'd like to stop here, and I'd like to thank you for viewing. Remember to subscribe if you've not subscribed, and also like this video if it's been informative for you. And we'll see you in the next lesson. The next lesson actually will be functions. I think, yeah, functions in Python.